Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chicken Possible with Rewards Hunter, back with another Xbox Game Pass monthly quest guide. So today we're going to be working on the quest for The Walking Dead Season 2, and we need to make 11 choices within the game. This is worth 75 rewards points, and it's good through October 31st. This game is available on the cloud as well if you want to play it that way. This will take us about 20 to 25 minutes to finish up, but we're just going to select play and to start episode 1 of season 2. So on this screen you'll just select play season 2, and that will get the game started up. And this game has a big cutscene at the beginning, probably about 2 minutes long, where it kind of recaps everything that happened in the Season 1 game. So I'm going to skip over that here to save a little bit of time. Like I said, it's about 2 minutes long, and after that is finished with the recap, then you will be playing as Clementine here as she walks up with Omid and Krista. So here's our first choice, and I chose What If It's a Girl here by pressing X. So you're going to need to make 11 of those dialogue choices in order to finish this quest. So that's the very first one of 11.
I don't care.
How can you not care? You're not taking this seriously.
So they've arrived at the gas station here, and they're going to use the restrooms to get cleaned up,
Keep talking, and you'll be
and they will be interrupted part of the way through when Clementine is cleaning herself up by another survivor. And just a spoiler here, this does not end well. This is a fairly gruesome game, so if you're not into that sort of thing, then you might want to avoid this quest and pick some of the other ones. But if you're okay with that, then we'll proceed and get through our 11 choices here.
Okay.
So Clementine goes into the girls' room here, and she needs to just check and make sure that the room is safe before she starts cleaning herself up.
Hello?
So she's going to check out all of the stalls and make sure that no one is inside. So you're going to move her around with your left stick, and you can move the indicator with your right stick. So just move the indicator over to the first stall and then press A on that little circle, and she should go ahead and open the first door for you.
Gross.
So now we're going to step over to the left and use the right stick to open the second door by pressing A.
What's that?
And then we'll just do the same thing and move over to the left a little bit, and then use our right stick to select the third door and press A. The controls took a little bit of getting used to for me, but I think I've got it now after playing it for a little while. It's a little different than many of the other games that I've played before as far as controls, but we'll get through it.
Good.
It's not too
No one's
difficult.
here. Guess it's safe to get cleaned up.
So we're going to move over and use the sink by pressing A on that. I think the main thing to pay attention to on these action buttons is just the color of the action button. You know, if it shows like a yellow eye, then that means that you need to press the Y button. Or if it shows a green hand, then, that's what you need to use. So you could look at the faucet there by pressing Y, or you could go into the backpack by pressing A, which is what we're going to do. We're going to get the water bottle out of the backpack and use that to get Clementine cleaned up a little bit.
Better.
So she knocks the water bottle over, and then you'll have to go over and search for it in the stalls. So you basically have to just kind of repeat the process here and try and open up each of the stalls to see if you can find the water bottle. For me, it ended up being in the third stall to the left, but I actually checked the other ones first because it looked like it went into one of the right-hand stalls. But it looks like it ultimately goes into the left-hand one, so that's the one you want to check and open up so she can go in and grab the water bottle. And this is where the other survivor makes an appearance in just a second.
Ew.
So the good thing about this is we're going to have a few more dialogue choices coming up. So this lady will ask us basically 4 questions. So we'll have the option to add 4 more to our total. So we'll be at 5 after this conversation is over. 5 out of 11. So she does end up seeing us in the stall after all, and this is where we get to start choosing.
Get out of there.
So I chose "Who are you?" there and pressed A.
Who are you?
None of your business.
Are you gonna hurt me?
Only if you're stupid. Get out here. You got anything on you?
So I pressed B here and asked, "What's your name?"
What's your name?
My name? Why do you care?
Trying to kind of calm the situation down a little bit, but doesn't end up working out. She's pretty tense.
I'm serious. What else you got?
That's it.
Don't lie to me. I'll pop you. Give me what you got.
So I chose "I don't have anything" here by
Not
pressing B.
screwing around. Come on.
I don't have anything.
Give me that hat.
No.
Where'd you get it?
And then I pressed A to say that my dad gave it to me. So this is the last dialogue selection we get to make right here. And then there's basically a sort of 2-minute section here where the story just kind of unfolds and it more or less counts as a cutscene. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. This is just a few moments later, but as far as the game is concerned, it's 16 months later. So Clementine and Krista are together out in the woods and they are trying to cook some meat that they've got and trying to work on the fire. So Krista will ask us a few more questions and we'll get a few more dialogue choices here towards our total. And then after that, we're going to have to do some zombie battling. So it's going to be kind of fast-paced after that. Hope you're ready for the fast-paced part of this game. But like I said, dialogue choices first.
It's pathetic. The wood's too wet to burn. There's more smoke than flame.
So I chose "It's okay, I can wait" by pressing B there.
Breakfast.
It's okay. I can wait.
All we do is wait. And for what? You should be doing this, not me. Tending a fire so you can cook and stay warm.
So that should be our 6th dialogue choice so far. So we're more than halfway there. So I chose "We need a group" here for dialogue 7.
We need to find a group. People we can trust. We've been on our own for too long.
Trust? You think you can trust someone out here? Not now. Not anymore.
I'm freezing.
You think this is bad? Wait till we get up to Wellington. Then talk to me about cold. If we make it. We still have a couple hard months ahead of us. This rain will turn to sleet, then ice, then snow. It won't be easy.
So I chose "Is it safe in Wellington" here by pressing A.
Is it safe there?
Safer than here because of the cold, or so they say. We just need to keep moving north.
And then I pressed A again here on the choice number 9 to say that we need to get to Wellington. I kept hoping that Krista would keep talking here and keep asking us more questions or giving us more chances to make choices, but unfortunately that is the last choice with her, so we're going to have to proceed in the story just a little bit more. And like I said, we're going to have to do the sort of fast-paced zombie part coming up in just a minute. So it's not too tricky. Basically, as long as you focus on screen and watch what the controls are telling you to do, then you should be able to make it through it without too much difficulty. So in this part, we need to find the lighter. So we're going to go into the backpack and press A on the picture of our dad. And then underneath that, there is a drawing that we need to grab. So press A on the drawing to grab that. And then there's the lighter, so we're going to press A to collect the lighter. So Clementine will have all those things in her inventory now. So she'll put the backpack away and stand up, and then we'll try to get that fire going like Krista mentioned. So we're going to use our left stick and move Clementine over closer to the fire here. And then we can have her look at the fire. So press Y when you have your cursor over the fire there. And that'll have her look at it. And she'll start to work on lighting the fire with the lighter that she grabbed a minute ago. So she's going to pull out a lighter and a piece of paper. And what we need to do here, this is a little unusual, but what you basically need to do is hold down the A button in order to get the lighter lit. And then you're going to use your left stick to move the lighter over to the piece of paper that she's got in her hand. So hold down A and then move with your left stick, and she should light it up. And then we're just going to press A on the fire to put that lit piece of paper in and get the fire started back up. So it does start to burn, but we need to add something to it.
Still not enough. The flames are too low.
And there is a log that you can go grab on the right side of the campfire if you want to, but probably the easiest way here is to select the fire at the bottom and press A. And then you can basically choose what you want to put into the fire. So I chose to burn the drawing and press B there. So that's a choice. That counts as our 10th choice. So we're only missing one more. So we'll do that in just a couple minutes after that zombie sort of chase fight scene that's coming up. So at this point, Clementine hears that Krista is in trouble. She hears some raised voices out in the woods. So she goes out to check on her and see if there's anything that she can do to help. So there is an option here to not help Krista. So if you want to take that route, I don't know if it's any easier. I have always chosen to help her. So I press X to distract the scavengers, but you could choose to sneak away there. Might be a little bit easier. Let me know in the comments if you try that route and you don't end up getting chased by this guy. But like I said, I always choose to help Krista there whenever I replay this.
Get the fuck over here! Now! Come out here, girl. I'm not fucking around.
So we're gonna move to the right and use the right trigger to move behind this rock over here. And we're gonna move to the right again to slide under that log. Move to the left to dodge the zombie. And then you can use the right trigger to grab this stick, dodge to the left, and then you can point at the guy and use the right trigger to hit him with it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Leave me alone!
Fucking running!
So we get to the edge of the river here, and we can use the right trigger to bite him, and then just keep tapping A here. So we can use the right trigger to sort of kick behind us here and kick his hand. But he ultimately does drag you out. You can use the right trigger to grab onto the tree there. And then just keep tapping A to hold on as long as you can. Keep tapping A here to push him backwards. And then move to the right. And this is basically where he gets overtaken by the zombies. Keep tapping A here to get past this zombie that's in between the two trees. Move to the left. Yep, so he gets overtaken by the zombies. We're going to dodge to the right here and go down. And then you can use your right trigger to throw the rock at one of the zombies. But this is when Clementine ultimately escapes and is able to make it down to the river below. So again, we're going to have a basically unskippable cutscene right here, but I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead about 2 minutes to where she's back on shore, it's daytime, And what we're going to do is move up to the steps here and press A to jump up onto the broken stairwell that's up here. So we're very close to making our last choice. We've got one choice coming up with a dog in just a minute. It's a friendly dog, so that is a nice thing to see after what we just went through, because it's a lot in The Walking Dead sometimes. It's pretty intense stuff.
Krista, are you there?
So we've actually gone quite a ways away from where Krista was, so I'm not sure why Clementine thinks that she's here. I guess she's just very optimistic about it and, hopes that she'll be here. But no, Krista's not in this section right now. But like I said, we will find a friendly dog named Sam in just a minute. So you don't have to stop at that zombie. Basically just keep walking in towards the woods. And we've got a little bit of ground to cover before we get to Sam, but we're pretty close. A couple more minutes here. So in some of these are cutscenes, but in other ones you're actually in control of her. So just whenever you see the reticle appear on screen there, just keep walking along the trail and heading along the obvious path through the woods. So you can press A to jump over the log here. And then we'll just keep walking along. She did seem to move just a tiny bit faster right here if I was holding down the right trigger, so you might want to do that just to save, just a few split seconds here. She still doesn't move very quickly, but she moves a tiny minuscule amount faster. They do a good job of trying to make you feel kind of all alone in the woods right here. And there's like a real minor jump scare coming up here in a second where some birds dashed out, from the left there. But that is about to the end of the scary parts though. So we're just watching for Sam here, and here he is. Good to see a friendly face sometimes in these Walking Dead games and shows where, something is not turned into a zombie. So I chose to check the dog's collar by pressing A.
Sam. Well, nice to meet you, Sam.
So when Clementine meets Sam there, that is basically our 11th choice that we've made, and that is when the quest unlocks. So you can go ahead and hold down the Xbox button to turn in that quest and grab the 75 points. So that's going to do it for The Walking Dead Season 2. We made our 11 choices. We're going to have guides coming out for Costume Quest 2 and Dead by Daylight a little bit later on today. We've already got guides out for Inside and Prey. So stay tuned to the channel for the other guides that will be coming out shortly. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found that video helpful, please be sure to click the subscribe button here on YouTube and hit that bell for notifications. You can also find some helpful links in the description of this video if you want to stay connected with us. Stay tuned for more Microsoft rewards and achievement guides, and I'll see you in the next one.